this photograph.
When I left CDM, my last year I was the photographer. I was the guy behind the camera for the yearbook.
Well, it's hard to know exactly what I'll be remembered for, but it seems like my shaking hands seems to be the big thing, and I know it's helped me to relate to students, and apparently it helps them. I think I've also spent quite a bit of time in the last few years going to athletic events, so probably some people will remember me for supporting them. In that, I hope they'll remember me as being a teacher who can explain math to them and a teacher who cares about them and wants them to do their best.
The teachers at CDM were cool, but pretty strict. Kept you on your toes.
Students today are a lot different. They've got a lot of technology things that we didn't have back then. We didn't have cell phones, iPads, iPods, even Walkmans. And so the communication is a lot better between students and students, and between students and faculty now than it was back in those days. But I think that kids are a lot busier now. There are a lot of things to do. They didn't have so many things to do before. And it's harder to get into college now, and so a lot of students are having to do a lot more to get into college, which means they don't have a lot of time to do other things, like not as many students go to basketball games and football games now as they did in the past.
Back in my day it was like a family. Everybody really knew each other and got along really well. I think the whole class was pretty tight.
Well, physically, the school is a lot different. The library used to be in this building instead of in the other one. We have a lot of computer labs now. We only had some very low-level computers when I first started teaching here. Most of the facilities are about the same, except we've had some renovations in the last few years. So it's a lot nicer campus than it was back then.
She's had a couple of kids since then. I haven't seen it.
Nice. Some of them are funny, and they're usually really dedicated to their jobs.
Yeah, I feel like the teachers are really passionate about what they teach, most of them at least. And they actually teach you a lot of stuff. OMG at school! Really? Go see Kings!
Encouraging and nice.
It's probably through the yearbook, because I've been on it for 4 years. And people will probably just remember me for being super cool.
Wait for me! My height. My fresh bread.
High achieving.
Exhilarating.
Trendy.
Unique.
I heard it's like, oh, spectacular.
Fun. Janie Fisher.
Busy.
Go Singing Kings!
Is it now? I can't believe it. So hard to stay, too hard to leave it. If I could relive those days, I know the one thing that would never change.